Adam. I'm between two Adams. I'm between two Adams. I probably can make a wish. I want to share here personally. I see another mic have joined, and I want to share with
can I
Adam.
ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Yes,
I
you
want
can.
to know. I want to know where we're going to go virtually next time.
Oh, that's a hard one. Before last year, we went virtually on Paris. I don't know if Adam had the opportunity to see it. It's going to be available again following this event. We're going to extend the area for the Paris as well. That was last year event. Next time, I'm looking to go to Las Vegas because I was only once in Las Vegas. It's a magnificent city that never sleeps. And I'm looking to, like, I spoke with our VP 3D R&D, Leo, and we are working on the rendering of the city. And it's very complex. It's very hard because Las Vegas is very colorful with a very
Michael, you and I, we need to stop sleeping right now to
Yeah,
get prepared.
I just wanted to know, you are going to prepare another escape room only for this event, that particular event that will be on Las Vegas?
Don't worry, Michael, you'll be working so hard on so many different things. I can reassure you it's not going to be easy. It's never easy with me, but it's always fun.
Yes, yes. Stas is the most difficult client that we have in VII. Is the most difficult. Yeah, is always with the like with those tasks that they give. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I want it to be that way, but Stas, it's not working. Yes, I know how it works. I coded this with our CTO, so I know how it works. You don't tell me. So we need to work
funny
twice
because I used to be a tech person in Army when I was servicing in Israeli military force. I was a chief commander for the IDF development team. So I'm a little bit background, I have background technological, but it's already technology is so advanced in those years that I weren't being a programmer. So sometimes I come with this crazy request from my team and they say, it's technically impossible. And I say, you can imagine and dream it and it will be possible. People landed on the moon. How hard can it be?
So fortunately, Adam Hassler here gives some of his points, and he told that a virtual host that we're making, it needs to be must-have and not only like a optional thing, because it creates some sort of connection with the platform when someone like implement inside the platform is talking to you, and not a pop-up of our CEO that talking to us and yelling at us, click on the menu to navigate. Someone like,
absolutely, I agree with you, but you know, we have so many different features in our platform and our customers to choose what to use over time. For our event, I decided not to have the virtual host because we have so many areas. We built such a big virtual space, so I didn't want to overburden it with hosts. But
by the way, we can navigate to Paris, and there we have at least Michal in virtual, and then myself and you.
Yes, you had a 30 minutes demo on a virtual stage. Yes, you had a 30 minutes. Zhenya on Paris last year had a 30 minutes of virtual stage, walking on the virtual stage and telling about the event. I saw Mary have joined. Hi, Mary. And we have Mike. If you have questions, we have a very Israeli conversation here where you just pop up and interrupt us. That's absolutely fine. No manners are required. You can just unmute yourself and start asking us questions. We are here to discuss whatever you like. I just wanted to share some personal information for you, for the guys who are here. You saw Michael. He's a very funny man. He's a singer, by the way. Before he came to our company, he was a professional singer. So he sings very well and he performs very well. And here is Jenny, and they are both my childhood friends. We are with Michael. We are friends since I think he's 16 years old and I was 18. And with Zhenya, we learned together in the same high school. And I was bullied a lot in high school, and he was protecting me. So I remember that grace for him. So Zhenya is one of my best friends, and I'm so happy that I can work with my friends. It's one of the best things. Like sometimes it's hard. Like I cannot be truly mad at them, but it's the best experience I had.
You don't need to with the best workers you had.
Absolutely.
Just admit it. You don't need to yell at us. You don't need to be angry.
Absolutely, Michael. And Michael was telling that I'm a little bit hard sometimes on some hard tasks, but Michael, you remember when I hired you, what our conversation was? I was telling you, we're going to build great things together, but it is going to be very, very, very hard. And when I said it back then 2 years ago, I didn't know how hard it's going to be. So I'm glad you are with me on this journey. It's really a very hard journey of building a startup. We are a bootstrapped startup, growing with customers from ground zero. We didn't take investments money from investors early on. We decided to build our vision just with our own hands and our own wits. Sometimes it's very hard, but we've been fortunate enough to having paying customers from day zero. And that's why we've been able to build something that works better. Adam, not Hessler, the second one. I just seen Adam F. And that's why we've been able, like opposite to some maybe platforms that you didn't like or said something done wrong, we've been able to create something that is more or less practical and we are approving. And we've done it by working with customers, listening to their feedback, and collecting feedback even for this event. And we are always looking to improve. There is no perfect for me. I'm always striving to improve time over time and doing small wins. You know, you cannot fix big issues over a day, but you can definitely plan ahead. I think the event industry before COVID, the shape of the technology was very outdated. It was very slow, not interactive. And just in 2 years, we made such a great leap in technology. Now, the next leap is in human element of the right usage, of the right planning, of the right marketing, of the right usage. Not everything
You've come to the right guy.
Huh?
You've come to the right guy.
Yeah, and again, not everything need to be virtual. Like nothing, never will replace the in-person element. And the virtual part is a complementary part to the in-person. It helps you to stay connected. I'm really glad for Zoom. I'm really glad for LinkedIn. LinkedIn improved so much. By the way, everybody noticed, I want to touch the LinkedIn point. Over the last 2 years, LinkedIn have improved significantly. Like before that, it was a dying social network. And COVID accelerated the business growth there, maybe because people are looking for jobs there, maybe because they just understood the opportunity. But at the Facebook, by the way, opposite things happen. Like I never enter Facebook anymore. The amount of bad things, I don't know, put bad words in this conversation, but the amount of bad things I see over Facebook just made me leave it, also by a business and also in a personal level. And the LinkedIn is a much supportive, like less poison. I'm sure there's, you know, some haters and some trolls around LinkedIn as well, but it is in a much lesser percentage. It's a business community. You find people, you connect with people. I can tell you about 30% of the leads that come to our company coming from LinkedIn. And Adam, you're raising your hands, and I'm
yeah.
Again.
You need to interrupt us, like the same way I did now to Stas. You need to interrupt us. Either way, we'll be speaking about ourselves until the end of time.
I wouldn't do that. He was getting carried away there, but I was enjoying every minute of it. I mean, this goes out to all of you really. When we're looking at how these systems have been generated, I wonder how much of this technology is going to end up in the bin, because whatever comes next is going to be a hell of a lot better than what we've just seen. But you know, going into these type of events, what always concerns me is not knowing how each platform works. So that was one thing that I felt. And I definitely will have a conversation with any one of you about my experience of not being able to get to this event until after it had started because of the information I didn't have in advance. So please do reach out to me and I'll give you my user journey, because you'll be horrified. Now that's not a complaint. That's just what happened. Okay. The thing I was going to mention, which I'm really hoping you guys have a better position going forward. We kept hearing, or we heard of several platforms mentioned whilst in those sessions, one being Swapcard and one being Hopin. And both of those are very, I mean, the word I would use is boisterous. The more extreme word of that might be arrogant. And it's not something that I find helps the industry, because you've got these large companies, Zoom being another one, that are professing to be everything we need, and they are so far off the mark. And it gives, for me, the opportunity for other companies to come in and say, okay, so if that's the end they're playing at, that they believe they've given everything and they're going to be attentive to their customers and their attendees, and people like me realize they are really not, there's a lot that can be said for the audience. And I haven't seen yet that someone's managed to really galvanize the street, you know, the audience, the way the audience speaks to each other. And the thing that's missing is platform advocacy. This is the very thing you never hear anything about. And in every other industry, you get that somewhere. You get the customers, the clients, the end users, the attendees, call them what you will. And some of them are fascinated by the experience they get. Digital has a very difficult job of distinguishing itself, one platform from another. And someone has to start learning how to really galvanize the interest at the lowest possible bar. And as you mentioned earlier in the sessions, the laggard, the less tech friendly. I think it was Stuart that mentioned, who's in the room that's not particularly, into their technology. And just like you, Stas, I would fall into that category. I'm not somebody who's been in love with technology. In fact, I've never been in love with technology, and here I am building a technology company as well. But isn't that the reason that we're fed up with, watching the graveyard get filled up with every other app that ever came along? And surely the worst people to ask about the future of technology is all those people that put all those bodies in the graveyard in the first place.
There's so many great valid points you made, Adam. And I can start to agree with you more and more. That's the amazing part. I can tell you that Swapcard, Hopin, Visabo, Zoom events, some great technologies that are big, like their marketing budget, I think 10 times our company size. So they need to play the game. There's a game called Fake It Until You Make It. And they're playing it hard, like they need to fake it because they have investors that invested in them. And they have people pushing them to say, we are great now, we are not going to be great in the future, we are already great, we are the best you can imagine, we are all in one, immersive, 3D, whatever, each one screams. And the ugly truth, that we are growing very fast, considering the leap we made through these 2 years. We're going to improve even more. And what I believe in, like again, coming to VIA event journey, I am a very honest person. I hate the phrase fake it till make it. Instead of faking it, I was working to make it from day one. And I know that our platform isn't perfect. It has a lot to improve. And we are cautious, and that's why I want to reach you, Adam, and learn about your experience. I do want to improve. The feedback is crucial because there are so many different devices. There are so many flows. And we are not event organizers. Like we are running an event company, we are doing our own event. And of course, we are missing some crucial steps when we invite people on their journey. And I would love to learn more and to be expert also on the event organizing side. I have a Stuart from Catch the Mice who's helping me a lot. He has a vast experience, but it's a lot of try and error, and I'm not afraid of making errors. That's the way that my, all the best errors I've done that didn't kill me, I'm now where I am because of them. So that's, unless it kills you, there's a good plenty place of doing a lot of errors on your life. Including
and just so you know, guys, when I do launch my product, I put a target on my back for myself. I've already said I've been critical of a lot of the way technology companies have moved forward, but I'm going to be just as bad. It's not an us and them scenario. It's just trying to get the best out of the situation every time. So when feedback is warranted, or when feedback is advised or asked for, then I think just like Adam Essler as well, we both feel quite passionately about what we should be getting, not what we are getting. And it's that point, if we all end up in the same place, because the ears are open and the energy that goes into the feedback is actually appreciated. Because I've got this massive problem with feedback. Everybody wants your feedback, and I'm like, I'll just take some more time out of my day, shall I, for absolutely nothing. I'm not being funded to be alive at this end of the call, but at the same time, I'm really passionate about giving feedback, providing it's going to the right people. So
that's amazing, Adam, and thank you again. And I truly appreciate your time and you spending so much with us, and it's really appreciated from the bottom of my heart. I'm really and the second Adam knows me a little bit more because we had some calls. I'm really listening to all the people who are writing me on LinkedIn. I always looking to hear not the good stuff. I know that what is an immersive platform, how great it looks. That's we put our soul and vision into our work, but there are so many things that we need to fix. And every person that takes his personal time to reach me, I'm more than glad to hear him out and to argue sometimes, to defend sometimes, but mostly listen, because I have one point of view, but there are thousands of people in the virtual space that everybody have his own perspective. If I listen, I open my mind, I can come with something truly practical, something truly amazing. And it's priceless data, priceless input that I'm always looking for to get. So thank you on that.
Very well.
I see Connie's joined. Connie is our integration partner from Ingamio. And I as well, that they are such a cool such a cool company. Also, Adam, you need to meet them. They are based in Canada, and we all as well became virtual friends over the internet. And now we become partners, and we hoping to do some business together. But what I love about Connie and what I love about their CEO is that they're, again, people first. People first, and they listen and they develop with soul. So Connie, do you want to tell a bit about yourself, about Engamio?
Thank you so much, Stas. Lots of love to you guys too. I think VII Events is such a great community builder. So for Engamio, anyone who doesn't know us, we are a gamification experience platform, and partnering with VII, we're able to provide really fun, innovative games that are content rich in terms of being able to customize that to your event, to your experience, to your content. So if anyone's interested, I'm here, happy to connect with you all.
And Connie is very humble, but they have there's a big ban area in our platform. There are some games that they were built and they're practically amazing. I love them. And again, I love the spirit. For me, when I'm working with some company, we don't, in our case, via events, and Connie knows that, we never take incentives. Like if we are working with some company, some event company, we're working with them because they are great and because they are great people. That's the only two quotas that I need in order to work with somebody. I need to be able to connect him on a personal level, and I need to trust him. And Gamio delivers both. They have great people and they have great technology, reliable, great technology. Thank you, Connie. Guys, I need to sign off because in less than 15 minutes, I'm going to the closing session. That it's only the virtual one. The in-person team has their own closing session, and they have drinks. How unfair it is. They have drinks, and we are stuck on this web Zoom call. But maybe I'll also grab a drink for myself.
I have some drinks in the fridge. If you want, I can bring some.
Michael, if my wife didn't go today into the hospital to deliver the baby, I'll drive to you. We'll have celebration and we'll have.
I will drive there too, and I will sing you a song. No problem.
Connie, I don't know if you heard, but my wife is about to get birth for my daughter, firstborn child. It's supposed to happen any minute now or tomorrow, or like we are on a very tight schedule now. She's already in the last stages. Yesterday we went to a clinic and our doctor said it might happen today. I said, please not today. I have this live event, which I was looking very hard and working very hard towards it. At least let me join virtually. So far, she's in another room and she's holding on. So that's amazing. Just only closing session left. And again, thank you guys. I'm looking forward to staying in touch with you all over channels. Adam, F, I will schedule a call with you over LinkedIn. Thank you guys for joining up and have a great evening, day, whatever the time, each one in their own time zone. Thank you guys.